Welcome to our 3-day journey through Madrid, Spain's vibrant capital. We'll explore popular attractions like the Royal Palace, Retiro Park, and Plaza Mayor. Plus, we're digging into Madrid's food scene with classics like paella and calamari bocadillos. Join us as we uncover the heart and soul of Madrid, one incredible stop and bite at a time. This is day one of our trip across Spain. We landed in Madrid on a weekday morning, and we're going to do our best to fight our jet lag and get our bearings in this amazing city.
We have arrived in Madrid. And when I say arrived, we literally got off the plane an hour ago. 9 hours ago, we were in Chicago. And it's about 3 a.m., the time that we're used to, our body clocks. But we're gonna try and fight that jet lag by getting out here in Madrid this morning, finding some breakfast, maybe finding some other things to eat, and then going back and partaking in a Spanish tradition called the siesta, and then get up and go explore a little bit more of Madrid and really try and get this thing off and running on the right foot. First impressions of Madrid so far have been fantastic. It's a beautiful city. There's definitely a slower pace here, but we think that's a good thing. It just doesn't feel like people are in a rush to get from A to B like they are back home. It's a middle of the week, just a regular work day, and just we're kind of like, we feel like we're in like this bizarro world because we're in this big city and we're not getting the hustle and bustle, and it's actually very, very enjoyable. First thing we're gonna do this morning is stop in at a neighborhood bakery and get a couple sweet treats for breakfast.
Okay, we are having breakfast here in Madrid. We stopped at Alma Bakery and we have two pastries. We have a cherry galette, which we saw in the case and could not resist. And then the other thing, I forgot the name of, but it is also a pastry. It's like vanilla custard pastry.
This is our vanilla custard cup. That's what we're calling it. Fair warning, we're gonna mispronounce things here in Spain.
We will do our best.
We will do our best, but we're also just gonna make up names of things. And so this is the vanilla custard cup. It looks terrific, and it's nice and flaky. We are definitely off and running here in Madrid and in Spain. What a great little neighborhood bakery. Not too far from where we're staying. I think this is a good first stop. The other item we grabbed from the bakery this morning is a cherry galette. And that is also nice and flaky. You can see the cherries there, they've kind of flattened them out. It's kind of got like a real nice, like a sugar, like caramelization on there. So let's try it. A cherry pie put into like a morning pastry. Or usually eat it any time of day, I guess. Madeline chose cherry. I would have gone apple. After some terrific pastries this morning, we walked back down the street to that plaza we walked through to get to the bakery. And we just sat there for a while. We let Evie play in the playground. Just really enjoyed the experience there. But we're trying to fill some time for that siesta. And the one thing that has been calling out to me that I cannot replicate in the United States is jamón. So we're gonna go get a bocadillo, which is kind of like a midday sandwich. It's kind of a simpler sandwich at a local jamón shop.
Jamón is a traditional Spanish dry-cured ham known for its rich, salty flavor. It's a staple in Spanish cuisine with nearly 40 million legs of ham produced each year. Typically served in thin slices and enjoyed as a tapa or in sandwiches.
Here it is, our bocadillo from Jamón y Corte Gourmet. It's a jamón shop. You walk in there, it smells fantastic. And I don't know whether it's the cured ham or the cheeses, but I don't think it really matters because you walk in and it's just like, I want to try everything in this place. But we have the bocadillo, €5.49 for this. Like, that's a deal right there. And this jamón ibérico, what makes it special, it's the king. Jamón ibérico is the king of cured meats. There are Iberian pigs. They get fed acorns. They have fattier hams. They're just fattier pigs, and it allows them to cure the meat longer and kind of gives it a, they say, umami flavor. And chefs go to school to learn how to cut. Now, this is not cut in kind of the circular serving style, but they like go to school and they practice cutting this and present it in like a very beautiful way. It kind of looks like sashimi or something like that. So here we go, first bite of jamón. Why did I waste so much time telling all that information when I could just be eating jamón? Let me show you this bocadillo. Beautiful piece of fresh bread. Got olive oil on there. Got the jamón, got the manchego cheese. Let's go in there and take a bite. I don't know where to bite. Guess we're in a corner. The beauty here is in the simplicity. There's no reason to overdo a sandwich when you've got meat this good. So the bread, fresh baked. I didn't actually get cheese in that bite. I had cheese. Manchego adds a sharpness and just, it's the simple things in life. This is why you fly across an ocean, right?
Okay, my turn with the sandwich. That shop was incredibly impressive. All the cheese, all the meats. I wish I could have had a little bit of all those cheeses, but here we go. Adam hyped up the sandwich. My turn.
We fallen victim to a pickpocket.
What?
We have a pickpocket.
Oh.
You gotta watch out for those pickpockets.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of time to chew.
It does. There is a lot to the sandwich. It takes a minute to chew. I have to say, I'm absolutely loving the bocadillo, the early afternoon sandwich of my dreams. Cheese is delicious. The ham is incredible. Been looking forward to a lot on this trip, but I have really been looking forward to the meats and cheeses. And this is really setting the bar high, starting off on the right foot.
Our afternoon siesta turned into more of a 5-hour afternoon sleep session. We're not going to apologize for that. That was pretty much inevitable. We were knocked out instantly, pretty tired. So we're going to try and do as much as we can here this evening to get some more energy out, try to get back on a regular sleep schedule as fast as possible. So the first thing we're going to do is go find a tapas bar.
After our lengthy afternoon siesta, we decided to head out in search of some tapas and to explore Madrid at night.
If we get 1 million views on this video, we'll come back and say the Four Seasons, because that's how much it'll take to stay at the Four Seasons for one night.
For tapas, we're looking for a spot slightly off the beaten path, and that has brought us to Casa Tony.
So we've stopped in here at Casa Tony for our first dinner adventure. We're still not quite set on how this works with the later dinners, but we put in an order for tapas. So we got a beer, bread, olives. We're getting some pork chunks and some gambas that are cooked in chili and garlic. We can see them cooking everything up right here. They're doing it right here in the kitchen. It looks fantastic, smells fantastic, and we're ready for this food to come out. First cerveza here in Spain. That is hard-earned. I know that I don't fly the plane or really do anything but get on the plane and let it fly me to a destination, but when you fly across the ocean, you deserve a beer.
Okay, the gambas al ajillo have arrived. I've been looking forward to this dish, and I think it's cooled off enough for me to finally try it. It was piping hot and bubbly when it showed up. Garlicky, delicious. I love it. This is exactly what I wanted after flying across the ocean. It's hot. And I'm taking my bread and going in on the oil. So much flavor. And that shrimp is just soaking in those juices.
So our pork chunks have come, and they also come with some potatoes and a pepper. So let's, you know what? It's hot, so let's wait. Our pork chunks have cooled down, so we're gonna grab a bite here. We got the pork, we got the potato, we got a little bit of that pepper. Pork's really well seasoned. It's like essentially a pork kebab. The potatoes, I'm really sad we only got 3 of them. And this dish was only like $4, €4. These are incredible. I could eat a gallon of these things. Casa Tony, terrific start to our evening here in Madrid. Love the gambas. Madeline, I think, is going to try and replicate that dish at home all the time. The pork chunks with the potatoes, phenomenal. I mean, the potatoes, we'll be eating more potatoes here in Spain. So we're going to continue here. It's late. It's like 8:30, so dinner's starting.
I also think I also want to note that it is 8:30, but it is 91 degrees. It is. Yeah,
and really you look at the sky and you feel like it could be.
It is summer, but it is
like 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah. I understand why everyone eats dinner at 8 or 8:30 when it's this light out and this warm.
So we're gonna keep rolling and see what we find next. Nine o'clock on a weekday, but I'm a little surprised at how lively it is at 9 o'clock on a weekday.
Well, after our tapas, we wanted another snack, so we stopped at Picnic for an empanada. It is, which one did we get? Barbacoa?
Yeah.
This is the barbacoa empanada, and we are just walking, talking, and eating. Oh, that's good. That's good flavor.
We decided to forego dinner because
we don't know what time of day it is.
Yeah, we're also pretty wiped out. So we figured this empanada would hold us after our tapas, and we're gonna also go get, I'm gonna call it the Cafe du Monde of Madrid. It's churros dipped in chocolate.
Yeah, Chocolateria San Ynez.
So that's how we're ending the day here.
I've been waiting for my chocolate churros all day.
I think it's a good choice.
In Spain, churros are often served with hot chocolate for dipping and can be enjoyed for breakfast or as a late night snack.
It's taken over literally the entire block. There's like 4 of these places, and you can either get a takeaway or you can sit inside. We're gonna wait and sit inside just because we're here and want the full experience, but pretty cool little area here in Madrid.
Okay, I've been waiting for this churro. Here we go. I mean, I really could just like... I'm not the only one to make that joke. Oh, man. Look at all this chocolate. It was like a full range of emotions. This is a beautiful thing. Wow. Crispy, delicious churro. Rich chocolate, but not like too much. I really think I could just put a straw in there and drink it. It's nice and hot. There's a reason why this place is so popular, because this delivers.
We just tipped off that they have sugar packets. We've added sugar to the churro. Definitely a good pro tip. It's not needed, but it throws it to another level.
We left a lot of chocolate on the table.
We did.
Made me kind of sad.
A very fun start to our trip here in Spain. We are going to go back and try to get a night's sleep, even though it's daytime, our time.
We're feeling pretty good right now.
But
so
we are feeling
a good night's sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll be ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, and we're really gonna rock and roll, and
a lot of stuff we want to see tomorrow. So.
Definitely. We really enjoyed Madrid so far, and we're off to a really, really good start.
It's day 2 here in Spain, and we're continuing to explore the great city of Madrid. Today we visit the Royal Palace, Park de la Montaña, and we eat more delicious Spanish cuisine. We're on our way to lunch right now because kitchens actually close down in the afternoon to get ready for dinner. Everybody takes a break midday, so we're heading to lunch before that happens. We've been staying in the Malasana neighborhood, and it's been really nice. It's been great so far. And we've walked to most of the things that we've wanted to do. A bit of a longer walk, but we don't mind that. Beautiful afternoon. Warm, 90 degrees, but loving this neighborhood. And like I said, we're on our way to lunch. Day 2 here in Madrid, off to a late start.
For lunch, we're heading to a spot at the corner of the Malasanas neighborhood, and that is Las Cuevas del Duque. We've sat down at Las Cuevas del Duque, which in Spanish is the Caves of the Duke, and it's actually a restaurant that's down below, so you do kind of feel like you're in a cave. There's pictures of bullfighters on the wall, and they've got traditional Spanish dishes. So for lunch, we're getting jamón croquettes. We love croquettes. We get them back in the United States all the time, but we're getting them here today. And then also,
we're getting the classic Spanish dish, paella. Now, paella traditionally is more from the Valencia region of Spain. However, we're not heading down there, and so I looked for the best places to get paella here in Madrid, and this place is definitely one of them. One of the things we learned was that places will actually make a big batch of paella and reheat it. Here, you got to get paella for two, which so Matt and I are splitting that, and we got the seafood version, so I'm looking forward to that coming out.
Okay, here are our ham croquettes, nice and hot. We're just gonna pop it open here. Looks good. That's delicious. Nice and soft, cheesy on the inside, and then super crispy on the outside.
Well, our seafood paellas are oh my goodness, look at this, it's absolutely beautiful. Giant prawns on here, you got shrimp, you've got mussels, look at that rice, and that'll squeeze the lemon in there, just gorgeous. So, we're gonna wait longer, we're just gonna serve ourselves. Look at that.
Víctor, no, Víctor no se que iba a parte de las inversiones. Víctor, está como Juan, el Víctor no, David, el de francés.
Alright, first bite of paella here in Spain. We're gonna get obviously some of that rice, some mussel, and a little bit of shrimp.
Look at this plate of food. We have a langoustine, we have mussels, and we have shrimp. Beautiful rice. I'm gonna build a bite here. There's just a deep seafood flavor that just like permeates the rice. It's not overpowering. Unless you don't like seafood, then that's a different story. But this is very good.
A good stop in for lunch at Las Cuevas del Duque. They picked up a lot of the seafood in there, the mussels, the langoustine, the shrimp. So that rice really soaked that in, and you got all the flavor kind of mixing down there. Also the saffron, I didn't even mention the saffron. We gotta get some saffron and bring that home with us. We're gonna keep exploring Madrid. Right now, I'm walking through the Parc de la Montaña, and we're walking over to the Temple de Abad. Now, the Temple de Abad is actually pretty cool. It's an Egyptian temple. You might be wondering, why is there an Egyptian temple in Madrid? That's because they were building a dam in the area of Egypt where this temple was located, and it was going to be destroyed. And there were several areas like that, and Egypt wanted to preserve them. They gifted some of these temples to countries they had good relationships with. So this happened in like the late 1960s. They deconstructed it over in Egypt, and they shipped it over here to Spain. And it sits here in a park on top of the hill. It's quite cool. It's just kind of a unique thing here, but a really beautiful park. It's very hot. It's free admission. We're not gonna go in because it's so hot, but just seeing it from the outside, really enjoyable. A nice little park to sit in, especially after you eat a big batch of paella for lunch. Well, when we left the United States, we thought we were gonna leave the cicadas behind. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but we definitely hear cicadas here in Spain as well. So I don't know if it's a 17-year brood, 13-year brood. We had both where we live, but they somehow made it over here to Spain. That or we brought them with us on the plane. Well, right now I'm currently standing in the shade, and it's probably 10-15 degrees cooler. But if I step right over here into the sun, the Spanish heat midday definitely gets to you. If you're standing here kind of on the back porch of this park and Temple de Bad, the view is phenomenal. Folks say it's a great spot to come and watch the sunset. Sunset's about 9:30 during the summer, so it's also about the time dinner starts getting served, and Evie is bedtime. So fortunately we're not gonna be able to make it over here for sundown, but I can definitely see why this would be such a great spot to watch it. Your day in Spain can get away pretty quickly from you when you are fighting jet lag. As we woke up around, let's call it 11:30, got ready, went out for a late lunch. And by the way, lunch here in Spain is usually the big meal, and we definitely accomplished the big meal with that paella. Spent a little bit of time in the park, and now we're going to go over to the Royal Palace and hopefully be one of the last entrants in there. And I hope the palace has air conditioning.
It's just a short walk from the park over to the Royal Palace. On weekday evenings, admission into the palace is free, but the line can get pretty long, so we decided to spend the 14 euros for ticketed entry.
Behind me is the Royal Palace, the largest palace in Europe. It has like 1,300 rooms or something like that. Well, we have made it inside the Royal Palace of Spain. It's quite the building. Like I said earlier, one of the biggest palaces in Europe, I think maybe the biggest. Interesting thing about this tour is the royal family of Spain still lives here. They have a king, and the previous king, it's his son, he abdicated the throne, so they have a king and queen emeritus, so they're both still alive. This tour, because they live here, it's not always the same what's open in the palace. So if you come here, the tour could be, totally different in what you see. We're gonna head inside. It is definitely hot in this courtyard. If I were king, I would put a nice swimming pool here and not allow anyone to come visit my house, but he must be nicer than I am.
Look up, look how pretty.
It's beautiful.
Presently standing in the conversation room, having a conversation with Evie.
Like Adam said, the Royal Palace of Madrid is the largest in Western Europe and one of the largest in the world with 3,418 rooms. It's one of the few official heads of state residence that is open to the public. Almost 2 million visitors explore the palace each year. So this room is the king's meeting room, and my goodness, the ceilings, I mean, all the ceilings are incredible, but this one is like wood carved, beautiful flowers. It's quite impressive. Wow. We are now in the banquet hall, which is stunning. I mean, every single room is absolutely stunning. These ceilings are just incredible. The chandeliers, the wood carved ceilings, what an enjoyable experience.
The throne room is always my favorite room in palaces. If I were king, I would hang out in the throne room all the time. An enjoyable stop into the palace. A beautiful building. Reminded me a bit of Versailles. Versailles is like every single little inch of that palace is as luxurious as possible. I'm not sure there's more luxurious place on earth, but some of the rooms absolutely beautiful. Like the throne room, I like the chapel. Had a very, very beautiful ceiling, and so well worth the stop here in Madrid, seeing the royal palace. And with that, we are going to probably head back to where we're staying and then clean up and then go back out and grab dinner. We're not really sure what we're gonna eat yet, but we're gonna find something good. Everything we've eaten in Madrid so far has been great, so we will see what awaits us tonight in Madrid.
After our palace visit and our afternoon siesta, we head out for another delicious meal in Madrid.
Very cool. They got married. Another lively night here in Madrid. We are about to head to dinner, but before we do that, we're gonna stop in, grab a beer and a tapa. Really enjoying this city so far. I mean, just so much energy here. Also a lot of heat, so we had to find ways to beat the heat, but we're doing that successfully. Tomorrow we'll be heading to the northern part of Spain. Forecast is a little less than the 90s, and a little more, gonna be able to stay out and be more active all day. So we're looking forward to that. We're gonna come back to Madrid at the end of our trip, and we will be fully immersed in Spain by that time. It's a local Spanish beer. I don't know what it is, but it's good. Now time for dinner, which is literally across the street from where we just had a drink.
We put in our order here at Comparte Bistro, and first off, their menu looks absolutely fantastic. They have a Michelin star. Their menu reflects that, and we had a hard time picking out the dishes we were going to get. But we're going to start with some beignets. We're also going to get beef tartare, which is one of my favorite dishes. We're getting the fish of the day, which comes in a garlic cream sauce. We're getting duck meatballs. We saw those come out. They look fantastic. We're also getting pork ibérico, another dish we saw. I think we ordered every dish we saw come by. They all just look so fantastic. They're plated beautifully. So when the food comes out, we'll kind of show you what we got, but I think we're in for a real treat here tonight. Our first appetizer has arrived here at Comparte Bistro. It is a beignet with chicharron on it, topped with, I think, like a mango mayo. It looks absolutely beautiful. I think we might, I don't think I can tackle this in one bite. It's a nice restaurant, I'm not gonna try that. So we'll go here with one small bite. If this is any indication of how good our meal is going to be, we're going to be in for one of the best meals of our entire lives. That was awesome.
Okay. Absolutely beautiful. I felt bad cutting it in half. Let's try it. That ham is incredible. No, this pork belly is the best pork belly I've ever had in my life. Absolutely delicious. Here we have our fish of the day. It has a cream sauce on top. It looks beautiful, nice and flaky. Oh, that's good. And I think this is like it's definitely tomato sauce. And it's like a sun-dried tomato sauce with the, mixes really well with the cream sauce. Probably use a knife and cut it easier. That's very, very good. Wow.
Tartare's arrived. Like I said earlier, one of my favorite dishes. This looks like a fantastic version, so go right in. Raw beef. Looks like there's some sort of maybe onions or capers in there. Alright, our duck meatball has arrived. It's topped with a meat. We're going to have to look at the menu and tell you what it is later in time. And then also there's a carrot puree here. And so I pulled one out of there. It looks fantastic. Just everything's been plated so beautifully. I actually think it's like less gamey than like lamb, like a lamb meatball. So really impressed with this. And this carrot puree, phenomenal.
Okay, here we have the tuna cheek. It has a red wine sauce and tomato puree. And a potato puree. Plated beautifully, just like everything else we've had. Oh my gosh. This just looks beautiful. The color on here.
Look,
That is delicious. Oh my gosh. And it's honestly almost like a steak, but it tastes like tuna. It's kind of like almost confusing because you think it's going to be like braised short rib or something. The sauce is just delicious. These potatoes are great. Again, cooked perfectly. Everything we've had tonight has been delicious. That might be my favorite bite so far. That's really good.
Madeline says this is her favorite bite yet. Tuna cheek. It's a new thing for me. I've never had tuna cheek before. Quite frankly, I didn't know you could even eat the cheeks of tuna. But I'm excited to try it. That's pretty good. It does have the texture of braised beef, but it is clearly tuna. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah, that's good. The last dish has arrived. Every dish has been plated so beautifully, and this dish is Iberian pork, squid ink, parsnip puree. We've had potato puree, we've had carrot puree. They've both been fantastic. So let's see what this parsnip puree has in store for us. Ooh, it's really creamy. These are kind of cut up into little bites, so I'm gonna get some squid ink on there, a little bit of parsnip puree. I assume this is kind of the au jus from the pork. Here we go. Iberian pork, which they made the jamón out of. Man, that pig knows what it's doing when it's gonna make a meal for you. It is really, really good.
We are back in Madrid for one final day here in Spain. We've now been in Spain for 3 weeks and are heading back through Madrid to fly back to the United States. We have a full day planned. We'll explore Retiro Park and Plaza Mayor, eat some delicious Spanish food, and make the most of our final day here in Spain.
Good morning from Madrid. It is an absolutely beautiful morning in the Spanish capital. We're going to start off with some breakfast today in a market. We're going to a breakfast spot. We're going to have some Spanish tortilla. We're going to have a great day here, our last day in Spain. We've got so much fun planned, and we're going to get started here with a tasty, tasty breakfast.
Breakfast has arrived. We're starting off with the classic Spanish tortilla. It's an egg and potato omelet. It's slow cooked with olive oil. A lot of times there's grilled onions in it. We've had a couple different versions here in Spain. This one looks absolutely fantastic. It's not as set up as the first one we had. And I wasn't sure if I'd like that, but I actually do like it a lot. We've got all this great bread here. We're probably gonna push some of the tortilla on as well.
We also have a breakfast sandwich, ham, egg, and cheese, nice runny egg, and I'm already loving the bread. I haven't even tried it yet, but I can tell I'm gonna love it. But yeah, this is our first egg sandwich that we've had on this trip, and it's really hit the spot.
What a treat that breakfast was. Now we're going to look around the market a little bit and then head to the park, but we're off to a great start here in Madrid.
After that delicious Spanish breakfast, we are ready to go here in Madrid. We are heading to Retiro Park. It's their beautiful park here in Madrid. It's a huge park and there's a lot to see inside. There are supposed to be peacocks in Retiro Park, so that is what I'm hoping to see this afternoon. Retiro Park is 309 acres here in the middle of Madrid, so a fairly large urban park. And it was built in the 17th century as a royal retreat for King Philip IV. And then after the Spanish Glorious Revolution, it became a public park, and a lot of interesting history. There's a zoo here at one point. It has the Crystal Palace, which I think we're gonna go find, which is closed, but it was like a greenhouse for exotic plants. There is a peacock sanctuary in one part, and there's supposed to be a beautiful rose garden. So there's a lot to do here, and we're really just getting inside here, starting to explore. Like I said, there are a few things I want to see. I want to see the Crystal Palace, and I want to see the peacocks for sure. I think there's also like a lake in the middle with boats. We'll go find that too. But after spending time out in the city, it's definitely a nice retreat to come into the park and relax a little bit. It's pretty full this morning. Well, it's 11:30. Yeah, I can see this being a really popular escape for locals. Behind me is the Great Pond. There are tons of boats out there. You can rent a rowboat and get out on the water. It's pretty awesome. Retiro Park is reminding me a lot of Central Park. A little smaller, but it's got a lot of the same vibes. Loving the rowboats here in Retiro Park. It's like 100 of them out there. Looks like fun. There are some huge fish in this pond. They're gigantic. It's kind of scary. It's a beautiful day here in the park. We decided to have a seat and stop off for an ice cold Coca-Cola. There's not much better than that. They serve like beer and wine and snacks, but we opted for a lemonade slush. That is refreshing. It's kind of the perfect drink on a warm Spanish afternoon. Just a pit stop, and we're gonna keep exploring the park.
I've seen a lot of Coca-Cola served here in Spain the way it's meant to be, in a glass bottle, poured into a glass full of cold ice.
That was the Velázquez Palace. It's a beautiful building. There's a museum inside. It's free admission. Here we are coming up on the Crystal Palace. It is closed for, I think, like maintenance or some kind of work right now. So we can't go inside, which is sad, but it is a beautiful space. I wish we could go inside, but it is beautiful to look at from the outside. It's definitely like I think it was initially like a greenhouse for exotic plants. So you can definitely get those vibes because it looks like a conservatory, similar to ones that we have in Chicago. There's the pond in front and everyone's taking pictures. So that's a popular spot here in Retiro Park. And we are going to keep rolling. We are having a fabulous time here in the park so far. Just a beautiful day and such a gorgeous park. We're like in the middle right now, and you kind of forget you're in the city. It's a nice little respite from the hustle and bustle. You don't even like hear cars or anything. It's nice. Right now we're heading into the Cecilio Rodriguez garden, and this is supposed to be where the peacocks live. So we're gonna walk around, see if we find any. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm overly excited about this. This is something I really wanted to do. Oh, there's one in there. There's one over there. Look how beautiful. I'm scared of you.
Well, I have to admit, the peacocks in the park, quite fun. We try not to disturb them in their garden habitat. I'm really scared of birds right now. They are bold, they will approach you. I wouldn't find them to be aggressive. You know, just look from a distance. As a reminder, the male peacocks are the ones with the very beautiful feathers, and the females, very gray. Madeline finds that to be unfair. I can't say I disagree.
Okay, hanging out with the peacocks has totally lived up to the hype. They're vocal. They're very vocal. They kind of yell to each other, and they find the shade. Like, it's heating up a little bit, but they're really hanging out in pockets of shade here in the park. They're not afraid of us. They were walking up to us. I was trying to keep my distance, and they were walking towards me, which was slightly frightening because birds are unpredictable, and I'm trying to keep my distance. I'm trying to respect your home. But they are gorgeous. There are so many of them. And like I said, this totally lived up to the hype. This is something that I had on the list that I really wanted to do. Come to the park and hang out with the peacocks. And some people were getting really close, which made me nervous. And this surpassed my expectations. I loved it. Highly recommend. This is a beautiful area as well. Beautiful garden here. It's kind of off to the side of the park. It's not really hard to find. I read something that said it was harder to find, but it's really not. You just have to walk into this garden area that is kind of separated. I'm very glad we made it over here. I think there's a mom and a baby over here. I have to go see. That was a whole family right there. Mom, dad, baby. Love it. Absolutely love it. I could stay here for a couple hours. We won't. But I am, you know, the female peacocks, they do have some green feathers. They just don't have the beautiful blue feathers on their tails. But I could stay here. I could stay here for hours and watch them. This is fascinating. And this gentleman is taking photos right now, and he's probably got like the best pictures. He's up close to the peacock family. Wow. This is fun. This is really fun. Sadly, we are now leaving the company of the peacocks. Stellar stop here in Retiro Park. 10 out of 10. Absolutely loved it. They're sad to see us go too. You hear them there? They're like, don't go, spend more time with us. They did seem like on one end, there were like the bigger males. And then on the other end were a lot more of the females. So I don't know, maybe they're like, you stay on your side, I'll stay on mine. But we did see the peacock family hanging out there in the middle. Now we're gonna go head towards the rose garden, which is also supposed to be beautiful and has like a bunch of different species of roses. So that is the next stop. But this, highly recommend if you're coming to Madrid to just spend a little time with the peacocks. The rose garden was created in 1915 by the Spanish gardener Cecilio Rodriguez. It was inspired by other famous European rose gardens and features over 4,000 rose bushes. The roses also smell so good right here. It's nice. I've really enjoyed this time in Retiro Park. This is a great way to spend early morning, late afternoon. It has just been beautiful. That's gonna be it for us here in Retiro Park. We're now, I believe, going to catch a bus to Plaza Mayor and do a little exploring, maybe get something to eat, as we're known to do.
On the bus to Plaza Mayor.
A quick bus ride, and now we are heading over to Plaza Mayor. We found that the public transportation has been pretty easy for us to navigate on this trip. When you ride the train, you have to buy the Metro card. I mean, that's what I call it, but the subway card, you have to purchase that from the kiosk. If you take the bus, you can pay just with your own credit card, so you don't have to worry about going down into the subway, buying the card, and then using it on the bus. You can do that. I believe the subway and the bus use the same card system, but yes, you can also use just your credit card when you get on the bus, but not on the subway. You have to my knowledge, buy the subway card. We're walking over now to Plaza Mayor, which is like the big square here in Madrid. Big tourist destination. But we want to go, we want to see it, we want to check it out. It's what you do, we're tourists. So here in Spain, there are like a lot of water fountains around. and you'll see people filling up at them. And that fountain specifically said not potable water, because I believe maybe even some of the fountains you can fill your water bottles too, but they have to put that sign on there saying like, hey, don't drink this water, or else people will fill their water bottles with it. That's just kind of a interesting fact. Pay attention to that. If you're really thirsty, it says no potable, don't drink it. This is the line for La Campana. It is where they serve the calamari bocadillos. Very popular. It's like a must visit for many people. So line's pretty long. Don't know if it's gonna happen for us, we'll see.
Currently in line for the calamari bocadillo. One of those things that you gotta do right here outside the plaza. One of their must-eat sandwiches. I'm not the biggest calamari fan. Madeline does like it, so she'll be eating more of this than me. When in Madrid, try the classics. I don't think I have to wait too long. There seems to be a line to eat inside, and I think I'm in the line to just get it to take away. We'll see. One sandwich accomplished. We're gonna go eat it. Took about 5 minutes max, or maybe 5-7 people in front of me. So we're gonna go here in the plaza and eat it.
We stopped at bar La Campana for their famous sandwich here. It is a calamari bocadillo, very, very famous sandwich. There's several places that serve them, but this is like the place to go. It's pretty straightforward. Fried calamari on a baguette. Now they do give you mayo with it. I'm gonna eat it without mayo, and then we'll put mayo on it. So here we go. The beauty here is in the simplicity. It is fried calamari on bread. You know exactly what you're getting, and it's only €4. So absolutely worth it. The line to eat in was a lot longer than takeaway. So I think takeaway was kind of the no-brainer. Come over here to the plaza, watch out for pigeons, and just enjoy your fried fish sandwich.
Here we go. Got a little bit of mayo on there. You know, it just feels very Spanish right now, being in this plaza, looking at this, eating one of their favorite foods. The mayo, I think, is necessary because the bread and the calamari maybe a little too one note. Fresh squeezed lemon on there would be absolutely perfect.
This is Plaza Mayor. Beautiful space. It's not as touristy as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's definitely like a tourist spot to check out, but I thought they'd be busier. We are here in the afternoon. It's not super crowded, but I thought it would be. It's beautiful. This is a great space to come and hang out. There's a lot of restaurants. You can stop, have a drink, sit in the plaza, and just enjoy the atmosphere. We have finished up in the plaza and we are now heading to Mercado San Miguel. We've just walked in to the San Miguel market, and you walk in and you're just hit with the beautiful sight of this fruit, and we had to stop. It's so colorful, so bright, so vibrant. We have strawberry, watermelon, mango, and then I think that's cantaloupe as well. just looked incredibly fresh and just kind of hits you right in the face when you walk in. So we're gonna have some fruit. Smells good. Watermelon's good. Strawberry. While I'm standing here eating this fruit, they are carving jamón right next to me. Which, it's quite a sight to watch.
If you don't think we're getting jamón, you're crazy. All right, we got our daily croquette in Spain. We've got 1 ham, 1 cheese. The best croquette you can get is the one that you're eating in that moment. Got a beautiful bite of raw tuna here.
1 bite. All in.
I'm not actually sure what that was, but one of the fun parts about the market is you just kind of point and you get it.
This is from Hermanos Pollo, Chicken Brothers, here in San Miguel Market. This is a chicken burger, fried chicken, and then there's a delicious like aioli sauce on it. And then this is brioche with pulled chicken on it. Both delicious. I love coming to the market and just trying a bunch of different things. It's a fun way to eat.
All right, last bite here in the market. I got some Spanish chorizo in a little bowl of them, like mini hot dogs. Probably a lot better. Our grazing lunch near the Plaza Mayor has concluded. I'm not even sure all that we ate. I mean, we had the calamari bocadillo, fruit cup, the croquettes, I had a bite of tuna, we had the chicken pinchos, and we finished with those Spanish chorizos. It can seem like an odd way to eat. It's a very grazing culture. As we're in our final day, that culture shock of that, what we're used to with traditional meals, we've been able to adjust. Now we're going to try and pull off a thing we read about, which is getting cookies from a monastery baked by nuns, and you pass them money through a secret door and then cookies appear. So we're not even sure if it's open, but we're near the church, and I feel like this is something that you would find in the National Treasure version of Spain. The clue would be to get the cookies from the nuns at the monastery. They're sequestered nuns, so they can't see us.
The nuns only keep certain hours for the cookies, and we're here right in the middle of their time, so they stop serving them at 1 and they come back at 4:30, so we can't wait around for 2 hours for cookies.
And we're not coming back.
And we're not gonna come back over here just for the cookies, but
This is the door.
this is the door. You ring this button here, you walk down a hallway, and you order in a revolving Lazy Susan. I am sad. This just goes to show that you have to do
more research. We researched, but
We were in the neighborhood.
we were in the neighborhood. We thought we'd stop in. Turns out we couldn't. I'm sad, but maybe we should just go find cookies somewhere else.
That's a good idea. Now it's time to head back for our last siesta in Spain. And sleeping baby, tired Madeline. A fun morning, afternoon of exploring.
So far.
Yeah, a fun morning and afternoon exploring here in Madrid. So after siesta, we will figure out. I think we're gonna like try and find a rooftop. Get a nice view. Say our goodbyes to España. The siesta is over, and I'm gonna head over to the Reina Sofía Museum. I'm heading over there solo. You know, we're always honest with you in our videos, and one of the reasons why we skipped going to Valencia and went to Andorra instead was because we're here in July, and it is very, very hot. Temperatures increased from about 70 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, which was very, very pleasant. So we had a fantastic morning, went out to breakfast, walked around the park, went over to the city center. It started getting a little hotter, but was still pretty pleasant, probably around mid 80s. In the last 2 hours or so, since we went back to our hotel, it's jumped up to 95 degrees, and in the city, it feels like it's over 100. So we're not comfortable taking Evie out in this Spanish summer heat. So I'm gonna walk over to the museum, check it out myself. You travel when you can. Our availability to come to Spain for an extended period of time was in July. We knew it was gonna be hot, which is why we kind of had a rough outline of where we were gonna go in the country, and truly kind of planned things 2 or 3 days in advance based on the weather. We knew it was gonna be hot in Madrid today. We're coming back because we're flying out of Madrid tomorrow morning. It's one of the things that's tough about traveling to a foreign country is you typically want to have that entire trip booked, planned out, and you really need to be very detailed in your planning. When it's hot, you know, I wouldn't recommend coming to, central Spain when it's in the 90s for your vacation. This is a very walkable city. When the weather's good, it's charmed us. We've loved it. When it's been hot, it's really been tough to explore. So I'm about to head over to the museum right now, and we'll enjoy that. To go in the Reina Sofía, I never know if museums are going to be super chill on the inside or they're going to watch you like a hawk every step you take. They've got some more modern pieces, Picasso's. I'm just going to go see the big paintings and then probably head out. It's about 14 euros to get in, so not too bad. And our hotel's right next to it, so I think it's a good way to kill some time in the afternoon. I think one of the best parts about visiting museums is sometimes the actual building more than the contents itself. And this building used to be a old hospital, and when you get inside, the hallways are very cool. That elevator ride is going to be the closest thing I can get to a drone shot. Don't even try to bring a drone to Spain.
The Reina Sofía Museum is Spain's premier modern and contemporary art museum, featuring iconic works by Picasso, Dalí, and Miro, including Picasso's renowned anti-war masterpiece, Guernica. Originally a hospital in the 18th century, the building was transformed into a museum in 1992.
Well, that Cubist exhibit, that was pretty good. That's definitely my favorite art style. Just love the odd shapes, the way the colors pop. So I think that was worth the price of admission right there.
Guernica by Pablo Picasso is a powerful anti-war mural created in 1937. It's a response to the bombing of the Basque town of Guernica during the Spanish Civil War. The painting portrays the chaos of war through distorted symbolic figures, including a screaming horse, a mourning mother, and a fallen soldier, making it one of the most poignant and widely recognized works of art in history.
Well, definitely worth the price of admission for Picasso's Guernica, which is based on a World War II bombing of a Spanish city named Guernica. I didn't realize that it was an entire wall that they had moved here. So walking and seeing that thing, it takes up the entire room. Really impressive. Glad I stepped in there. Enjoyable museum. My advice for museums is always this. If there's a topic that interests you, go. If it doesn't interest you at all, don't go. For me, Picasso and Cubism is relatively interesting. So if you find that stuff interesting, go, because it's really impressive in there. If you find that to be not interesting at all, don't force yourself to go, just because it's on the list of things to do.
Tonight, we're starting out in Madrid at Street Show. It is a Korean fusion restaurant, and we've got some interesting tapas items coming. We ordered dumplings, a Korean lasagna that has dry-aged beef. That was my choice. And then...
It's called a club sandwich.
A club sandwich.
But it's not.
It's not a club sandwich, but it's called the club sandwich. So we're gonna see what that looks like when it comes out. And we're finishing up with a brioche dessert. This place is awesome. The music is loud. The decor is super fun. And it's actually like in the top of a department store. So kind of like it's not a hidden gem because it's a popular spot, but it's definitely bringing some cool vibes tonight. Here is our club sandwich. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The mayo and the mascarpone cheese just like balances so well. You've got a bao bun that's all stuffed inside. This is so good. That pork inside with seasoned so perfectly.
All right, here are dumplings. It's a Peking dumpling. We got a crispy pig's ear. It's a strawberry hoisin sauce. There's pickle here, and obviously there's dumpling. Nice and covered in that strawberry hoisin sauce. It's a really good dumpling. This hoisin sauce is fantastic. Pig's ear, covered in the strawberry sauce. I'm a fan of pig's ear. I tried chicken neck on this trip. Pig's ear is greater than chicken neck.
Pig's ear. Here we go. Okay. That is so crispy. It's like pork rind, but on steroids. It is so much flavor. Pork dumpling. There's some good bites here. We're having some fun tonight. Here we have the Korean lasagna. It is dry-aged beef. There is a cardamom bechamel sauce on top, tomatoes. This is another tomato sauce, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but it is really tasty. He said start at the top and just, I think he said use a spoon, so we'll use a spoon. Okay. First impressions, it kind of looks almost like a bolognese sauce. Okay. I'm gonna take a big bite here. That is incredibly flavorful. The beef is seasoned so well. This cardamom sauce, bechamel, like, this does not lack for flavor at all. Nothing we've eaten has. This was my choice, and I'm really happy with it. That's really good. Wow. All the dishes here have been beautifully plated and absolutely delicious. The lasagna was going to be our last tapas item before our dessert came out, but everything has tasted so good, and our server talked us into ordering another one. We said, you choose, surprise us, you know it's good, because everything has tasted delicious, and we're just going to trust him and see what he sends out. I'm excited.
These are duck egg rolls. They are topped with shrimp, and we've got a green oil and kind of a spicy mayo to dip them in. Look at that. That's just a beautiful, I mean, the colors, the presentation here is fantastic. That's legit. That is.
A little spicy.
Every bite we've had here, really, really good. Glad we got this extra one. Well worth it.
But then you slosh it in the green.
Oh yeah, okay. The outside is crispy, the inside, again, just full of flavor. We have shrimp on top, duck inside. How many dishes do we have? 4?
Yeah.
4 for 4. Easy. Walk in the park. This is a really great spot. Good job, Adam. You found us a good spot here in Madrid.
So this is our brioche dessert. There was a hot vanilla cream poured on top of it, served with mango. After we eat the brioche, we're gonna pour the mango in the cream. These are freshly baked, they smell amazing. They're covered with sugar. I think I can get one out of here. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Here we go. This is unlike anything I've ever had. It is so good. The way that this brioche soaks up the cream, you can just see there. What a bite. What a great spot this has been.
My turn for the brioche. It is hot. Like a whole new experience, like whole new flavor. It's sweet, it's sour. And it's weird because it doesn't even taste like the cream that was, I don't know, I can't really explain it. This has been a culinary delight this evening. Street show was an amazing meal. Don't be thrown off by the fact that it is in the top of a department store. Those are the escalators down. And it is loud and it is funky. The decor is a little dark, But, and the music, you can hear it. It is like a club atmosphere in there. But the food is phenomenal. Every bite we had was delicious. We're not overselling it. It really was that incredible. Every single sauce, every single thing that hit the plate was just chef's kiss. Really, really fabulous night here.
We've arrived at the airport and we're getting ready to say our goodbyes to Spain. Got up early this morning, took a taxi to the airport. No joke, this is, I'm gonna check and see, this is one of the biggest airports I've been in my entire life. I think we gotta take like a 23-minute tram over to the other part of the airport. And this is just one terminal. Beautiful architecture, but we still have more journey ahead of us we didn't even realize before we get on the plane. That's a wrap for Spain. What a fantastic trip. From the first moments we landed, seeing all the beautiful Spanish architecture, the mountains, exploring Madrid, Bilbao, going to San Sebastian, which was fantastic, absolutely beautiful city. Pamplona, the running of the bulls, Catalonia, Barcelona, wine region, Costa Brava. I mean, just beautiful sights. Great food, very friendly people. We absolutely love Spain. And if you made it this far in this video, you must like us a little bit. So go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment. That helps us go on future adventures like this. And we'll keep this adventure rolling.
If you want to see more from our adventures in Spain, click right here. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.